There's no need to understand more. You simply need to surrender less and start focusing more. Because knowledge is nothing to attain. Knowledge is not a thing that you read. It's not a practice, a technique, or a strategy that you learn from somebody out there, like a mentor, a book, a course. Knowledge is fickle. Knowledge is part of wisdom. Wisdom is what you're after. Because wisdom is like principles. See, the forest and the trees are not the same thing. When you focus upon the trees, you're in the forest. When you look at the forest, you're seeing the whole thing as a part of all things. So the tree is a part of the whole thing. The tree is not the forest, and yet it is part of the forest. Knowledge and wisdom, same thing. Knowledge is a part of wisdom, and it's a way to access wisdom, like principles. Principles are not strategies, and yet strategies are a way to create principles. So what is a strategy? What is a principle? A strategy is something that you can use right now, right here, for a second. It's fickle, and if you use it once, then there's something that's going to have to come after you use it. A principle is something that you can recurringly apply again and again and again and again. Because when you focus upon yourself as the principle, you do not need more strategies. You just need to focus upon the wisdom of that principle that you're applying in different varying experiences. So say, for example, the law of attraction, the law of vibration, the law of intentionality. There's so many laws nowadays. We're speaking about so many different factors that affect our effects in the human experience. So what is the law of attraction? Certainly, it's not just repeating mantras and attracting experiences that are going to make you rich, that are going to make you fulfilled, that are going to attract the dream partner to you. The law of attraction as a principle is that you are not actually chasing something from without you, something in the outside world. You're actually attracting it to you. What does that mean is dependent upon the way that you're perceiving it. So if you're looking at it as a strategy, the law of attraction literally just means that you have to repeat a mantra until suddenly you get $1,000 into your bank account. The law of attraction as a principle states that you create opportunities for yourself that after a while create the opportunity itself for money to come to your personal experience. So that would mean you start creating a course, you start educating people, you start learning a skill, whatever can allow you to create the varying experiences that can bring that specific experience into your present experience. As a strategy, it's just mantra, sitting in the mountain, waiting for the money to come to my bank account. See, it's not bad. Neither of them are bad. Neither of them are wrong. I just love to make fun of it because it's a way of understanding myself. I make fun of things that I do not understand because I no longer use them. That does not mean that I have not previously used them. That's an example of what most people do. I'm one of those. I just fell prey to that. Most people make fun of the things that are not something that you're using. So in case of the law of attraction, you make fun of people that use mantras because you're so used to a different path. And that's why knowledge is not outside of you. It's not something that you attain. When you really understand knowledge, you see that you are as knowledgeable as someone that is creating knowledge for you to apply. That means the mentor that you're looking after, the mentor that you admire, the mentor that you love for his knowledge, her knowledge, for their knowledge, they're as knowledgeable as you. The only difference is they've had a different perspective, life experience, and belief system that has created a completely different version of what you know. So that's why knowledge comes from knowing, and to know comes from the mind, and the mind comes from the sensations. So definitely what you know and what I know are two completely different things because we've both had completely different experiences. Now wisdom is a lot harder to explain in the same way, because wisdom does not wait for an experience to happen. Wisdom can be applied to every experience that is happening. Like I said before, you're constantly attracting. Your frequency literally attracts the experiences to you, because the way you're emanating, your aura, your way of being, the way you express yourself, the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, that attracts the experiences that you create, because based on what you are creating within you, that's what you're seeing reflected back to you. If I'm in a bad mood and I go to a public pool, I'm probably gonna see people shouting, a busy environment, and the pool's probably gonna be cold as fuck. If I'm in a good mood and I go to a public pool, I'm gonna see friends that could be potential friends, people that are smiling, an environment that is very serene and tranquil. And if I'm in a more neutral mood, I'll just see it as a different experience, a different moment, a set of factors in an environment. See, that's how the law of attraction works. You can apply it to every single thing, because I just gave you an example of a public pool. You can use that at school, you can use that in your present experience right now as you're watching this video. Based on your mood, you're understanding what I'm saying. Because if you're in a state of being that is very relaxed, lazy, and not focused on many different things, you're probably taking in a lot of the concepts that I'm sharing with you. If you're in a more effusive, very interactive, very mind-boggling state of being, you're probably going to start jumping around the video to the very fast parts that can help you understand something that you're looking for. And if you're a more neutral state of being, you're probably just going to read the title, watch a few certain things that are resonating with you, and then you'll jump off and continue with your experience. That's what knowledge and wisdom are. And when you understand the difference between knowledge and wisdom, you stop